Okay, Laird, can you take us through each of the mid to late season varieties that are going to be available at Patura Seeds this year?
Sure. Coming right at you. I'm not sure if the camera picked it up, but man, was that cheesy. Yes. Welcome to our soybean demo plot here we have on the farm, field 7. Quickly, I'm going to highlight some of the key features and attributes of, I'm going to say, the top 5 varieties that I've seen this year. Talk a little bit of how they've handled our challenging year, how they've performed well in some soils, not so well in other soils, and kind of wrap it up, and then we're going to jump right into the yield results and how these varieties did on our farm on a large scale basis. And thanks for coming to either our agronomy grower meeting in person or virtually. I'm not sure what's going to shake out in October, but thanks for tuning in. First up, Colross. 3 years of growing this on the farm. What do I like about Colross and why am I going to grow it? If you have stones on your land and you're concerned about putting a stone through your combine, that's why you're going to grow this. Really tall pod height, 2375 heat unit maturity, competes really well in that class, extend product, and fairly tall. So in a year where we might be short on rainfall or short on heat, it's still going to have some decent pod height, feed into your machine really nice at harvest. That's what we've learned the last couple of years about it. Make sense?
Yep.
Number 2, Cartier. Cartier is going to be replacing Starbuck in our lineup this year for the Extend. Everyone remember Starbuck, first Extend out, sexy looking bean. That's Cartier. Except what's better about Cartier than Starbuck is it handles some, I'm going to call it rough soils, a little bit better than Starbuck, and has a better disease package. So it's a really stay healthy, stay green, strong plant health effect. Last year performed phenomenally well in the dry conditions. We have not had a chance to see it yield in ideal conditions until a couple months from now, until a couple weeks from now, when we get the combines in some of our commercial fields that we sold. We're going to have some more yield results available for you. The one thing I'm going to talk about quickly that's not in this plot, which falls right in between this heat unit category, are you getting me? Heat unit category is Sperlings. Everyone knows Sperlings. It's not in this plot because this is an extended plot, but Sperlings is that mid-season 2400, 2425 soybean, mid-season, one of the highest yield potentials in that mid-season category. Couple reasons. IDC tolerance is very strong, and so strong that it had the highest rating last year in the Manitoba Seed Guide at 1.6. Lower number the better. And overall, it's just a consistent performer. So 4 years now, we've seen Sperling do really well in wet conditions and dry conditions. We consistently have customers come back and grow Sperlings the next year. So that is going to be in between it. Sperlings are going to be a little bit taller than Cartier, maybe not quite as tall as Colross.
Very good.
And we're going to jump right in to 2 big dogs. Albany, late season, 24-25 heat unit bean, 009 for maturity. In fact, I might even go as far as saying not even a 00, 01 maturity, bumping up into that category. This is a variety that you are going to want to plant early, and it's going to be the one you're going to combine late, but it's going to compete against those 2510s of the marketplace. And then the other one right over here is Winkler. So why the heck would you carry 2 late season varieties? 2 different reasons. Highest yield potential right here with these Winklers. Very bushy, very aggressive soybeans. And it's that type of soybean that you don't want to pick at the end of July, take it home and give it to your wife, because that's how good it looks. But fills 30-inch rows really, really well. We did this, I'll back up, September 10th. We've had 2 minor frosts here, really haven't been affected. But at the end of the day, we are past the stage of any risk to frost damage with these Winklers here. And these Winklers were not seeded until May 22nd. So that's Winklers, yield potential, back and forth, yield potential, 30-inch rows, solid, consistent bean. And then Hobbies, and as I mentioned, the second late season bean. And we're gonna wanna put this on the piece of land that Grandpa used to grow alfalfa on, because one, it handles IDC really well, and it's a late distant relative of the old rich and famous richer soybeans. So it continues to bring that lineage or that heritage to the lineup. So there's a quick rundown of the varieties. Now I hope I have the chance to share yield results with you, and yield results of our customers, of what we truly learned throughout the year. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, it starts with a seed.